The Indiana Department of Transportation plows have been in overdrive since the snow first started. Indot's Matt Deitchley joins me now by phone to talk about efforts to keep Northwest Indiana roads safe. Hi, Matt.
Hi, how you doing?
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us tonight. What exactly, I know that Indot has been busy since, well, before the lake effect snow even took effect. We've been dealing with snow from just that storm that kind of zipped on through here. What have you guys been doing to kind of stay on top of the situation?
Right. Well, it's been pretty much nonstop for several days now. We just today have been working really hard on the storms, the system stuff that came through last night into today. We had a maybe 2-hour respite at best before this lake effect is gearing back up. So it's been difficult. We have had a full call out going on for about two straight days now at least. That's 24 hours a day, two 12-hour shifts. So it's a lot of work, and they're working hard. Blowing and drifting snow is probably the biggest issue right now. We've cleared those roads properly, but then the snow gets it blown back onto the road. So it's a difficult situation, and we're just watching it and working as hard as we can.
Matt, may I ask you a question? What do you do about manpower when you've had crews who have been on call for so long already, and you see that the weather issues are going to follow us into the next couple of days? Are you having a problem with staffing or getting crews breaks?
Well, that's a part of the difficult issue is when you have these unrelenting day after day after day. And we have these 12-hour shifts, and these crews know that they're going to probably have to work 12-hour shifts and then go off for 12 hours and back on for 12 hours for as long as necessary until those roads are clear. Once in a while, we'll get maybe even just a few hours in between storms where it's all clear and we know another one's coming, and we'll send crews home and to get rest as much as we can, even if it's a few hours. That way they can kind of gear up for the next round that's coming. So it's difficult, but our plow drivers are dedicated. They take a lot of pride in their work, and they work really hard to make sure those roads are safe for the drivers.
Matt, what kind of treatments are you using on the roads? Obviously, you have snow plows and other removal equipment. What kind of treatment do you use on the road to try to, as thawing agents?
Well, there's several different things we'll do. We oftentimes plan for storms days out before they ever even start, before any flake of snow is even starting to fall in our area. So in that situation, before anything happens, we're pre-treating those roads with a salty water mixture of brine. And what that does is once that snow first starts to fall, it'll start melting as it hits the ground. Kind of gives us an insurance policy as we're getting out on the roads. Beyond that, there's salt, there's de-icers, there's all different kinds of things we'll use in all different kinds of weather. I think a lot of people don't really realize that there's a lot of science that goes into snow and ice removal. It's not as simple as hopping into a plow and driving around and dropping salt. There's a lot of work and a lot of effort and planning that goes into this, and our drivers and our operators work really hard at that.
Matt, do you have any particular problem areas the drivers should be aware of this evening?
You know, right now, the difficult part about this storm is that since the storm first hit, pretty much our entire district has had difficult driving conditions throughout. A lot of times with storms, we'll see certain pockets that have the worst hit areas, and that's one of the questions I hear a lot is what's the worst area? And right now with this storm, it's just about everywhere. Luckily, not everywhere is going to get this lake effect. Unfortunately, your viewing area is. So that's the part that's troublesome for us, but we're shifting our schedules and making sure the proper drivers are out there. But the number one thing that drivers should expect to see is difficult driving conditions. With this lake effect snow, it's something that you can't expect those roads to be clear no matter how hard we work.
Matt, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me tonight. You guys be careful out there. I know you got a lot of work ahead of you. You have a good evening.
You as well.
Thanks.